Hi, my name is Roger. I'm a scientist living in Montreal, and welcome to my channel, Cellulin Science for Everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about tardigrades. A friend of mine suggests me, why don't you talk about the water bears that were on an Israeli probe 2019 called Bereshit that impacted on the moon and maybe contaminated the moon. So next on our series about astrobiology and the limits of life, tardigrades. Okay, so what are tardigrades famous for? Well, tardigrades are also known as water bears, and they are small animals, really small animals that were discovered more than 200 years ago. Under the microscope, they look a little bit chubby, that's why we call it bears, and most of them are transparent. What are they famous for? Well, they are really famous because they can undergo a process called cryptobiosis. Once they are dried up, they can survive many years to really harsh conditions. When they are in contact with water again, they rehydrate and they come back to life. These properties make them really interesting on the field of astrobiology. On 2008, they were exposed to open space, and it was observed that they are able to survive to a space vacuum. However, tardigrades that are exposed to the space vacuum together with the radiation that we can see on space, they have a really reduced viability. And now the final question. How tardigrades survive dehydration and rehydration? Well, in a paper published in 2017, it's shown that tardigrades survive dissection thanks to intrinsically disordered proteins. Sidebar: intrinsically disorganized protein is a protein that lacks a three-dimensional structure. In fact, when the scientists expressed these proteins, these intrinsically disordered proteins, in other organisms, they are able to increase the tolerance to dissection of these organisms. To sum up, tardigrades are really tough. Therefore, when in 2019 Israeli probe crashed on the moon, scientists were reasonably worried that the moon environment could have been contaminated with Earth organisms. And that's something that scientists really care about, to avoid contaminating extraterrestrial environments with organisms from Earth.